everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Jace Perspective. I am your host, Jace Nicole. I'm so glad you all could join me. Now, let's get into today's topic.
A few moments later.
Inspired message for Stefon. For name. One inspired message for him.
A few moments later. A few moments later. A few moments later.
For Stefon, before the game. One inspired message for him.
Good luck.
How we celebrate?
Now, this is not a video to bash Cardi B or Stefon Diggs, but rather to look at the dynamics of this relationship and consider some of the reasons why it collapsed in such a short amount of time, because the timeline of this relationship is not long at all. Okay? So, it appears that Cardi B and Stefon Diggs have broken up at this current time, and the breakup is reported to have happened between February the 8th through February the 9th, which was during the Super Bowl, when Stefon's team, the New England Patriots, lost to the Seattle Seahawks. The reason behind their breakup is that Stefon Diggs' ex-partner, Kiana Barber, was spotted at the 2026 Super Bowl with their child wearing the team colors and cheering for him, fueling rumors of a breakup with Cardi B. Reports also indicated that there was tension after Diggs was seen interacting with other women, and Cardi B left early, with the pair later unfollowing each other on social media. Also, it was reported that Cardi actually threw a party or had planned a party for Stefon Diggs, and it was about $1 million, reportedly. Okay. So, let's look at their relationship stats. The relationship stats are as follows. Cardi B, an NFL player, Stefon Diggs were linked for roughly 16 months, which is a year and 4 months, from their initial pairing in October 2024 until reported breakup rumors surfaced in February of 2026. They confirmed their relationship in June of 2025 and welcomed a child together on November 4th of 2025 and appeared to split after the 2026 Super Bowl. At the time of their baby's birth, this would make Cardi's fourth baby and Stefon's second. I believe he has had more since then. Now, I have seen a lot of people online in comment sections and posts saying that Stefon Diggs is in the wrong for having his ex-partner there at Super Bowl and also flirting with other women, including an alleged mistress of his named Pre. Now, I have to actually say that in this situation, Stefon Diggs is not wrong in this particular situation. And I know people are clutching the pearls. Jace, how could you say that Stefon Diggs is not in the wrong in this particular situation? Well, fact number one. Stefon Diggs is not legally married to anyone, but Cardi B is. Cardi B and Offset are currently separated and in the process of divorcing as of late 2025, with Cardi having filed for divorce in July of 2024. Despite the ongoing proceedings and Cardi being pregnant with her third child at the time, and that baby was born in September of 2024, and subsequently dating NFL player Stefon Diggs. They, Cardi B and Offset, are not yet legally divorced. Cardi B has not waited to fully clear herself of her attachments to Offset, who is her estranged husband, before she jumped so heavily into another serious relationship that brought a child into this world. Now, people may argue that Cardi is separated. Yes, she is separated, but she is not divorced. Nothing has been finalized as of yet, so she is not totally free and single. There is still legal attachment. Fact number 2. With Stefon not being married, technically, he is single and free. Being single is the opposite of being married, so therefore, Stefon can do whatever he likes. Now, what he likes may not be something that you all agree with, but he has that right. And when you are single, you don't owe anyone any explanation. Now, Cardi B was just Stefon's still married girlfriend, and that is it. Girlfriends and wives are not the same thing, and people, we have to stop muddying those waters and treating the titles like they are the same, because they are not. They do not hold the same weight in any capacity. End of story. So let's break down why a girlfriend and a wife don't hold the same weight. The core difference boils down to commitment levels, security, and stakes. Okay, a girlfriend is a chosen companion in a romantic phase, but a wife is a legal, emotional, and often spiritual life partner with way higher stakes for both people. Girlfriend equals high affection and some exclusivity dependent on the people involved. But it is still optional and reversible with relatively low consequences. You can walk away without courts being involved, shared assets, or major life restructuring. It's love, but it's not locked in. Either person can decide this isn't forever and bounce with minimal formal fallout. Wife equals a public binding vow, which is a legal contract, plus often a covenant that says we're building blah, tongue tie, that says we're building a life together no matter what. It comes with automatic protections, shared finances, inheritance rights, decision-making power like medical choices, and societal recognition as an actual unit. The commitment is deeper because exiting it, aka divorce, involves lawyers, money splits, potential alimony/child support, and emotional and family ripple effects. You're not going to get that with a girlfriend. There's a permanence that changes how people show up. There's more investment in weathering the storms, waiting things out, seeing how things play out in certain situations, planning long term, and treating each other like family instead of dating upgraded. In short, girlfriend is I'm choosing you right now because it feels good. Wife is I'm choosing you for life, legally and publicly, and our lives and futures are intertwined. Okay? The weight isn't about love and intensity because, yes, you can deeply love a girlfriend. It's about security, permanence, and shared risks. Playing wife duties without the title leaves the woman giving full commitment while getting a girlfriend level security back, which is super uneven. Okay. Now, a girlfriend can be amazing, but she is not carrying the same weight as a wife because the commitment is not sealed. Marriage is what says we're in this together legally, financially, forever. Just everything is forever. But the girlfriend says we're together until one of us is not. Very temporary. Okay. That gap in stakes changes everything about how invested both parties are and how both people truly are invested in a situation, okay? Now, I know many girlfriends right now are probably rolling the eyeballs. Miss Jace, girl, how dare you say that? Well, I know that many girlfriends want to be HBIC, which is head bitch in charge, aka wifey type status, but you're just a girlfriend, which means you can get changed out at any given moment. All right. Now, we got to keep in mind that there are 3 levels of the relationship hierarchy, which go like this. Girlfriend, fiance, wife. And sometimes you may even begin at fuck buddy level before you become girlfriend, okay? And that level is just honorable mention, okay? It's considered honorable mention. That one doesn't even go on the relationship hierarchy because they don't count, all right? Getting only dick does not equate to anything special. And that's basically what the fuck buddy situation is. You're just getting some dick from the man. Perhaps you just want that, or perhaps you're trying to work your way up to girlfriend, but we just going to leave that at honorable mention, okay? And also, let's touch real quick on how you can be a boyfriend and a girlfriend and technically still be single. Now, this may trigger some people because it's going to feel cold when I say this to some. But yes, until you are married, you are single. Think about when you do your taxes, right? Your status. Single and married is two different things. So I'm just saying. Technically, you're single until you are married, okay? Having a boyfriend and a girlfriend does not change your marital status. Dating doesn't create any legal ties. You are still fully autonomous over your finances, your name, decisions, etc., okay? Remember, be clear, don't get it mixed up. Boyfriend and girlfriend does not count as a status change. So like I was saying, Stefon was being a single man doing single man things. And what do single men do? They fucking interact with multiple bitches at the same time. Why? Because they can. Okay? Now, as the woman who has relationships with the men you pick, whether serious relationships or friends with benefits type of situations, however you go about it, you as the woman, you have complete and utter control over your body and your vaginal region. What this means is that your womb or your uterus, whichever terminology you use, okay, you get to decide whether or not you're going to let yourself get pregnant and give birth. Right? You follow me? You also have a mouth. And that mouth is used to speak up and tell that man to put on a condom if you want to be careful. And you can also use that same mouth to tell the pharmacist to unlock that cabinet that got the Plan B in it so you could take it in case you happen to have had any kind of, slip up. All right. I mean, y'all know what I'm getting at here. What I'm saying is that Cardi had full freedom and control on whether or not she got pregnant by Stefon. Choices were made by her regarding this pregnancy. She could have totally dated Stefon without bringing a baby into the situation. When it comes to the situation between Cardi and Stefon, too much stock was put into them as a couple. Okay. Stefon could have brought whoever he wanted to that game. That was his game. He does not owe Cardi B anything, including explanations. Okay. And again, she was technically married when he got her pregnant. They were just having fun and whatnot. And a baby happened to come out of it. But that was a choice. That was a choice to bring that baby into it, okay? I would be willing to bet that Stefon was having, am I saying the boy name wrong? Stefon Diggs. Stefon. Okay, yes. I would be willing to bet that Stefon was thinking in the back of his mind in some capacity at one point, how much trust and confidence can I really put into this woman who is still married to someone else? Because if a woman still has a husband, even if she is separated, you cannot count on her not going back to him because anything could happen. People come back together and what is the word I'm looking for? People, I forget the damn word, but people, they do 360s and 180s in relationships all of the time. Okay. So it's like, how much trust can you as a person put into a situation that you have going on with this still married person when it's not finalized. Okay. I've even heard of people who got full blown finalized divorces. It may have taken some years down the road, but they still got back with an ex-spouse. It happens. Okay. So, and this is vice versa. It's not just, it's vice versa. Whereas the same way that if a man is separated and he is dating other women, okay, there is no way to know if that man will actually stay with you or go back to his wife at one point. You cannot put full effort into what you have going on with them. There are too many loose ends. You cannot fully invest. I mean, you can. It's not wise. Until something is finalized and on the books and is tangible. I would say, personally, if I was single and out in these dating streets and I came across a man that was separated and not fully divorced, I am not investing in that man. I may have fun with him. We may go out. Cool. Yeah, great. I'm not investing in you, sir. You still have a wife. And I will be damned if I waste my time and then boom, you say, oh, hey, Jace, girl, well, me and the wife, we were talking and we decided we going to make it work. And I'm sitting here looking like, what happened? What about me and you? The no. Okay. So getting fully invested in someone who is legally separated but not divorced is risky because they are still legally, financially, and emotionally tied to their spouse. This limbo state often involves ongoing baggage, potential reconciliation, complicated divorce proceedings, and limited emotional availability, which is going to leave you vulnerable to being a temporary placeholder. Now, many sources emphasize that someone recently separated is often not emotionally ready for a new serious commitment. They might be dealing with unresolved feelings from their marriage, leading to rebound relationships where you're filling a temporary void rather than building something lasting. For instance, a new separation can make them feel vulnerable, lonely, or needy, causing them to fall in love too quickly for the wrong reasons. This emotional baggage can result in them not being fully present, as they are still processing the end of their previous relationship. And in some cases, they have not fully healed, which means they might expect you to meet the needs they are not articulating, which is going to lead to frustration on both sides. Okay? Now, my goodness. For Cardi to leave one toxic situation after her cheating husband, only to turn around and become a baby mama with another toxic man who dicks down multiple women and makes them baby mamas as well, is crazy work to me. How do you go from being a wife? How do you go from being a wife to a baby mama on purpose? That part of this whole situation just always blew my mind. Like, Cardi, girl, what? You go from being a wife to a baby mama and on purpose, girl, with all of the protection and stuff out there in these streets where you don't have to have a baby, but okay, girl, I guess. Like you hit my microphone. So for me, I feel that at this point in time, Cardi needs to take a break from dating and she needs to get her mind truly right. What I see when I look at a woman who jumps from relationship to relationship to relationship, like fresh out of a relationship and you're jumping right into another serious relationship, it's like, ma'am, you got some healing to do. Like you have some stuff going on from the previous relationship that you got to work out. Like, what are we doing? But people do it all the time. I just never understood it. Okay. And I know some people personally that do that jumping from relationship to relationship and it never ends well. And still hasn't. Bad Jace. Anyway, so, yeah, Cardi needs to take a moment and she needs to enjoy some time alone with her and her kids while she works everything out in her life. And that would be to get her divorce finalized, step back out into the dating world with a fresh pair of eyes and a fresh way of doing things, okay, including picking the type of men she decides to deal with. And just like that, I'm gone. I'll see you guys in the next episode. All right? Okay, bye.